Hi, hello! I love modeling and FNAF, so why not combine the two and make some models? This is a character by JoseTheArticFox over on Instagram, and thanks to his amazing ref sheets that you can see me use in the background, it was a lot easier to actually design her with an extra dimension in mind. You may be asking, why her? Well, I already tried to model her a few months ago, which had some not favorable design choices that ultimately moved too much away from the actual drawing of her, so I wanted to redo her model now that I have learned a lot more techniques thanks to my 3D courses in digital arts and entertainment. I do have to say, I'm a lot happier with this model than the older one. The older one was more FNAF-like and less stylized to my liking. Now I'll explain a bit on how these videos will work. I'll be talking for a bit, maybe talk about how I did certain things or how my thought process was while working on her. But when I'm not talking, there will be some background music while you watch me work on the model, so you can catch a break from my long monologues. But firstly, I did this model a bit differently. I started at the feet instead of the head, which I normally would start with, and work my way upwards instead of downwards, so that I could more easily know how big she was going to be and if I needed to change the proportions at all. You'll see me struggle with a lot of the modifiers, especially the subdivision modifier. This modifier basically takes your mesh that is made up of faces and tries to divide those faces into how many subdivisions you want to have. So for instance, if you subdivide one face one time, it'll turn into 4 faces and try to smooth out that geometry to be rounder. Now the reason why I struggle with this one the most is because I'm used to modeling really low poly stuff due to how games tend to use as least geometry as possible, but since this model is for animations, I could use a bit more than what I'm used to. So you'll see me try to lower the amount of detail and backpedaling a lot with it to see if I really need it or not. But one of the issues with the old model was that I was trying to spare too much geometry, so I tried to use a bit more of this model instead to make her shapes less blocky. But with all that technical jargon, let's go and listen to some classical music from the FNAF community. It isn't a speed paint without your awesome music, right? Right. See you in a bit.
Vessels of enjoyment for the servants of my pain. Ghosts of rusted silhouettes, the system knows my name. Who lies behind the eyes that always follow? Is there a heart inside or are you hollow? Strings secure. passing of time. Ghosts in the shadows watch me tonight. I can't seem to survive. Free, want to break free from knowing you. Somewhere in the dark, a voice is screaming. One of us is going to leave here bleeding. Breathe, trying to breathe inside of this strength you said to keep me from the daylight. Fighting for my life tonight, 'cause I'm still alive.
Well, hello again, here we go again. Start the show again, hoping it was over, but you know that it'll never end. It's awful lonely in the cold that we've been living in, but now you're home, we're gonna hold you to the bitter end. So we got a few bugs, we got a few glitches. You know the best hugs always leave a few stitches. Pull a few plugs, gotta flip a few switches. Built to get along, we just need a few fixes. Arms are open, nice and wide. Why don't you try us on for size? We hate to spoil the surprise, so check the corner for your prize. Our favorite game that we've devised is hunt you down each time you hide, and now we're right before your eyes. We promise not to crawl inside. We promise not to crawl inside. You've been away for oh so long, no games to play when you were gone, but now you're here where you belong, and we are back together. We're going right back to the start. When you left, it broke our hearts, but if it's you who's torn apart, we'll put you back together. We'll put you back together. Is melting away to entropy, made a tester, please save the rest of me. Take the question away and meant to be played, or else the extreme what's left to me. To the lines of the binary, recombined as my lifeline siphon. From the mind I am mining for hiding. Don't be frightened, apply to thank me.
Hello? Now you gotta fix the vents below. Simulations are safe, you know, although maybe don't trust the telephone.
Oh my, what a muddle. It only was a cuddle, now you're long gone, crunch into a puddle. Hey, pod, better get a shovel. Really want some love, but I stuff you with a snuggle.
Yeah, we're in VR. You can try to run, but you won't get far. You'll begin to wonder why you ever press start. Watching it from blunder in a bunch of dead parts.
You may wonder how we stand this hell, but we promise you'll adjust to the accurate smell. Beta tester or playing tasters, and attack should include a few snacks as well.
Mind if I hop on for a solo, don't you worry, I'm not coming for you during the show tune. Hurry up, you got a party to go to. You know you're gonna be the star of the show soon. You're gonna be the star of the show soon. Yeah! So long you have been away, oh won't you promise to stay? Make it our happiest day, now we are back together. We're going right back to the start. When you left it broke our hearts, but if it's you who's torn apart, we'll put you back together. We'll put you back together.
My first appearance in Pizzeria Simulator, and then again in Ultimate Custom Night, and I was hoping for some sort of token appearance in the VR title. Now, that didn't happen, sadly, and I remember saying to my good friend Orville, I said, Orville, this is going to be an issue if I want a continued presence within the franchise. So we went out to get some...
Come on, kids, don't be scared of me. Just a funny buddy or a member Jeremy. Did you think I wanna leave a legacy? Take death to escape my destiny. Eroding the code of your own autonomy. Laugh at the traps you've been point to conquer me. Nice headset, you're spawned to come for me. All that blood might find the poverty.
Another long night and another hall roamed. Another song chimes, sends another one home. You know it's all lies, it's a wonderful show. There's nothing inside, we're just lovable drones.
We're chained to the vents you're tangled in the vents, don't let them mangle in. Back in action, if you've been practicing. Just one more toy you're practicing.
So tired, we just wanna sleep, but you're determined to keep finding ways to bring us back from the grave.
We've been burned, we've been beaten, torn apart, we've been eaten in a loop. Here's the scoop, you won't ever be saved.
No, you won't ever be saved.
We lost our lives to an arcade, and now it's us who's being played. So step inside, don't be afraid, and put us back together. We're going right back to the start. When you left, it broke our hearts, but if it's you who's torn apart, we'll put you back together.
We'll put you back together.
We'll put you back together.
We put you back together. We'll put you back together.
Alright, hello, hi, I'm back. So I wanted to explain a few things. The video you see right now, the only thing I did was take out the parts where I wasn't doing anything at all. And the parts that you do get to see are what I actually did in real time. Just sped up to about 15 times so that you don't have to watch me model for like 2 hours in silence. That means you get to see all of the beautiful mistakes I make during the making of this model, and also see that I don't actually work on this model in one day. If you pay close attention, you can see when I worked on this model and at what time. The model itself took me about 6 hours roughly in total to model, and if you are interested, it took me about 4 hours to unwrap and about the same time for texturing. So all in all, this model took me about 12 hours to finish, not including the amount of time it took to rig and animate the mesh though. I don't show those parts here in this video, otherwise the video would be really long. But of course, if you are interested, I could consider splitting up the video into different parts to show the full process, or try to cram it into one video. I just decided not to show this since I felt like modeling is the most interesting to actually watch. But I don't think you want to see me move a 2D rectangle around to fit into a 1x1 square to ultimately begin texturing. But as I'm sure you've noticed, fur is not my strong suit. I was already struggling with the legs and decided to do those later on, but the fur on the chest needed to be also modeled in. This is the part I always hated the most, is making that read like fur and also keep my topology good, so that when the model is shaded, there aren't any weird like issues or artifacts because the model is bad. Also, if you are wondering, those red lines or like purplish magenta lines, those are creases. Creases are just so that if you have a subdivider, it like moves the mesh more towards what it used to be. So if you have it on 0, it like rounds everything out perfectly. If you go back to 1, it tries to just basically make the model back to what it was without the subdivider. I didn't really use it that much with this model. I did do a lot of the I did make them creases, but it wasn't necessary for some parts. Also, making the model still stylized but also be functional is still something I struggle with. In animation there is a lot of clipping, and yes, that is a problem. Though I don't want to move away from the design again, as that caused the old model to not work as well, so I just kept modeling and just hoped it wasn't going to be such a big deal. Also, at the end you'll see a comparison of the new model next to the old model to show how much of a difference there is in the style and detail. The old model was still used as reference as well for certain parts to see how I did certain parts, because yes, I also forget how to do certain things, even though I've been modeling over a year now. But without further ado, let's go and relax, or maybe head back to some more music. Why don't we?
You to know the ebb and flow of my own show from head to toe. You will be scared and not prepared for what I have in store for you. I'm waiting for my curtain call before I storm right through the hall. Knock, knock, who's there? Are you prepared to finally meet your doom? Why do you close the door? Come to me with open arms. There's so much we need to explore. I mean, no harm. I sing my song all night long just for you. Please, oh, my knees let me through. I sing my song all night long just for you. Please, oh, my knees let me through. I understand you want to play, but this is what I have to say. Your presence here fills me with fear. That's the extent of my career. I don't know why you even try to sing me your dumb lullaby. No, I can't flee. Calamity is everywhere I turn. Why do you close the door? Come to me with open arms.
Put its every focus onto you and off of me. I'll take my turn, I'll take my leave. I will make my exit from this prison I'm running in. Breaking free from this hold on me. I feel this grip on me fading thin. Now it's time to resume my climb. I know this is my sign to take what's mine. I can see you now fading away slowly. Your time is done, my friend, you should've watched me closely. You should've spent your time to maybe get to know me, so you knew all the ins and outs for how to control me. Now I'm free to roam the halls, free to roam this place, free to roam around in search of something to disgrace. You're not the only one that seems to have me as your fate. Deep in the halls there's another who waits. Tell me what you see in the final hours of your life. All that you stood for fell apart right in front of you, right? You failed your task, you failed your goal, you failed your whole design. I'm broken free, my dear friend, your life is fine.
Been like this since 95, but don't be fooled, I'm still young at heart. It seems bad things, they come alive when you favor hiding in the dark. Yeah, I spent my time running for my life, everyone wants to tear me apart. But I grabbed their hands and I took a stand and I told them to restart. So swing at me and you'll see all the possibilities of my degree of what your trivial life can be. Thank God you're nice to me. Give it time and you'll see what I am and used to be. There's one thing that I can't resist, is a beaming opportunity. Eye to eye, face to face, put me in a place to face my wasted grace. Line by line, shape to shape, put me in a place to make a wasted grave.
Eye to eye, face to face, line by line, wasted grace.
You can try and fight to make me bleed, but buddy, I got some news for you. I've seen it all, so I can conclude that your action tricks don't work on me. I'm painted purple by design, so I pimped a hearse to mirror mine. When you hop inside, but shield your eyes, it gets hotter than my flow of rhyme. I know a thing or two about the heat. It's taken me, it's stated me, it's let the demons say to me that they created me. I built this all from the scraps and the pains of anyone standing in my way that dares to challenge my legacy will join the Afton family. Eye to eye, face to face, put me in a place to face my wasted grace. Line by line, shape to shape, put me in a place to make a wasted grave.
Eye to eye, face to face, line by line, wasted grace.
Keep your hands and feet inside the ride. Stop and move for frequent homicide. Just give it a try. Brace for the prize. Something for everyone at the end of the line.
Just take it from me, I've been there before. To the end and back, over 3 times or more. I tasted the afterlife and I spat it back out. Cause I may be contrapped, but I always get out. Eye to eye, face to face, put me in a place to face my wasted grace. Line by line, shape to shape, put me in a place to make a wasted grave.
Eye to eye, face to face, line by line,
we got ahead. On a serious note, this was the toughest part of the whole model and also where the most changes lie in comparison to the old model. Now, a big change is that the snout is now part of the head. The old model just used a separate mesh to make the snout, which worked, but the snout being connected was 1, normal, and 2, it just looks better attached. Also, being higher poly means that the tufts of fur on the sides of the head looks more like fur than the last one. The old one just felt like it had too many days without a shower and still worked at 9 to 5. One thing that I did notice working from down to up is that I made the neck a separate mesh this time. The old model had it semi-attached, being connected to the head, but not the body, so I guess now that it isn't connected to anything, at least it makes it more consistent, so I'll take it as a win. The biggest change in this model, however, has to be the eyes. Before, the eyes were standard FNAF eyes, being just balls with either a texture or having the parts of the eyes be modeled over them. I used the modeling approach so that I could also animate the pupil and the iris, for example, which I also did with the new model for the same reason. Though the texture with this and how the eyes are now, it would just not work, and you'll see in a bit why. Now, since the eyes were round balls, it meant that I couldn't follow the reference at all with how the eyes were originally, so I just tried to do it the FNAF way and just suck it up, and then I wasn't skilled enough to know how I would make the eyelids, for example, work if they weren't balls. Now, with the new model, I tried to have a plane for the eyes with still the same pupil and iris design of the old model. This also made it so that the eyes didn't have any holes you could look through into the head if you looked close enough, and would also prevent me from having to model an actual endoskeleton inside the head, which I didn't want to do, and also made the overall shape of the eye holes themselves more accurate to the original design. I did find out how to animate the eyelids, since I couldn't just rotate them around a ball like I did before. So what I ended up using were shape keys, which just makes it possible to animate meshes without bones by moving the actual mesh around to specific positions. But with all that said, the eyes are now way more accurate and are honestly really easy to animate. It just depended on where I placed the bones in the armature. I also want to make it clear that I did sit on this model for a while not knowing where to start. But one thing I've learned from school is that you just have to make it exist and then make it perfect. Or as close to perfect as you can get. If you never start making stuff, then you'll never get that perfect project you so desperately want to make without mistakes. You'll make mistakes, and that's okay. If it takes you 3 hours extra to move one tiny little vertex, then that's okay. Any progress is good progress. Also, with this model, I just moved with the flow. Back when I was making the chest, for example, I was completely stuck. I was moving stuff around, didn't like it. I then took a break in between, did some other stuff to clear my mind, and went back to work on it and just see what would happen. Again, it wasn't perfect, but I kept working on it until I was happy with it. I have a tendency to just stop working on something because it didn't work out, or I just try again fully. Please do not do that. You'll get nothing done if you expect to make a masterpiece right off the bat. Make mistakes, or better, make those mistakes not mistakes, but actual parts of your design. Well, whatever you are making, of course. Sometimes you are the only one to ever notice that an eye on your drawing is slightly lazier than the other, while probably no one will ever notice until you actually point it out yourself. So don't think you have to make perfection. Just keep working on it and remember to always have fun while creating things. That is the most important part. Felt like I needed to say that. As someone who looked at these types of videos as a kid, I always felt like it was complete magic and wizardry. The way people could just make stuff out of a cube while I was stuck with set cube for 4 hours trying to move anything. And then I just continued to watch something else because I just got frustrated. But yeah, so I'm here to tell you that yes, you can do this stuff yourself. And I'm just like you. Some person who just wants to create stuff because you can. But back to the model, we are almost at the end of the time lapse, so I'm sorry, I'm going to keep talking until the end. And as you can see, the old model is now on the left side of the new model. Now I don't have much to add to the overall design. I think I talked about everything I really wanted to, but you can now see what I meant with the whole eye design and also see me struggle actually making it, but I do get there in the end. One thing I do want to mention is how the eyelids are designed. So with the ball eyes, you could just have the eyelids move around the actual eye center point and just call it a day. But since the eyes are basically flat now, I needed a different approach. The upper eyelids have these little pieces that stick out on the sides, and I was scared on how that would work because they should stay on the model at all times, but they were part of the eyelid, so I wasn't sure on how that would work in animation. But again, shape keys came in clutch, so those made it fully work to actually open the eyes fully and also to close them fully. So she can blink, she can look surprised, she can do every single facial expression now, hopefully. But alas, the video is almost over, so I'll go ahead and say all the typical stuff YouTubers say. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you didn't, then dislike. And please, let me know what you think about the format of this video and also why you liked it or disliked it. You can also always ask questions about 3D modeling as a whole if you got stuck on something, whether it's modeling, unwrapping, texturing, rigging, anything. And I'll try my best to answer. But also, I want to thank anyone who got this far. It really means a lot to me if you did. And if you didn't, I know where you live. Yeah, that's right, Barbara. Yeah, that's right, I know you didn't watch till the end. I know you're one of those. I know. Okay, so I have to talk for another minute and 44 seconds. I have no script at all. This is the second time I'm doing this. I recorded the whole video yesterday and edited the whole thing. And I realized that the software I was using only lets me export the whole video 1 minute at a time. And it also has a watermark. So I went back to CapCut instead, because that's a free alternative that doesn't do all those things. Love you, CapCut, for that. So now I'm here again, doing the whole video again. At least I still have all the clips. It's no big deal. Just lost like 3 hours of my day. But it's fine. Hope you enjoyed the video. I spent a lot of time doing this. It was really fun. And I'm going to start working on another remodel of another character. I don't know when that will be finished, since college is starting for me in a few days. I'll probably not have any time at all, but I will try to record stuff I'm doing for school, since it's in the same kind of area of work. It's for gaming, so models and stuff as well. But alright, my time is running out. Just wanted to mention that. I don't know, have fun looking at the results, and thank you once again. Goodbye.